Hey everybody, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning. We're back for race 2 of our Mustang Mayhem NASCAR Tribute. Chaos is all I can call it. It looks so much fun out there. As I say, this is race 2. We are at the Blue Moon Speedway on, I'm pretty sure it's infield B, and only 2 miles long, and as you can see in the top right corner, there's only 3 turns, so it is very fast, it is very furious, it is bumper to bumper, just like the NASCAR races that this is loosely based on. Excuse me. So this is reverse grid after race 1, so let's have a look and see where everybody is, shall we? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons, apologies for that. So on pole now is Grahamid. We're not quite sure what happened to Grahamid, but he ended up way back off the rest of the pack. So he's obviously had a big old spill somewhere, but that's worked to his advantage now because he's on pole position. Taffy's just behind him in second with Rossi in third. The Saint is 4th on the grid. Rufus is 5th. Daddy Dim 6th. Stealth is 7th. Willard 8th. Carlsberg 9th. Then we've got Sid the Sloth in 10th. Hoggy 11th, Wayne G is 12th, with Pete in 13th, G Smith 14th, what a great debut he had, and then Phaser in 15th. We did have another debutant, Mark, in race 1. He didn't last the whole race, so we hope everything's okay. If it was a disconnect, I'm not sure, but I hope everything's okay, and he'll be back either for race 3 or next week. But for now, we've got 15 on the track, and Phaser all the way at the back because he won race 1. So without further ado, let's get this race started, shall we? Pretty much the same format as race 1. I think it is everybody on the soft tyres, no pit stops required, and it's just 15 minutes of just full throttle racing as Grahamid takes us across the line down towards turn 1. Taff just slots in behind him with Rossi just behind him. Now the lead will chop and change, I'm sure, for the first few laps as it did in race 1. As people start picking up the slipstream, Grahamid's not really going to be able to break away from the rest of the pack unless, the only way Grahamid's going to break away from the rest of the pack is if Taff slams his brakes on and holds everybody up, but he's not going to do that, is he? Down in the middle of the pack, then we've got Rufus into 5th, Daddy Dim's 6th. Everybody just getting some heat into the tyres now. It looks like a bit of a elbows out at the back between Pete and Hoggy, jostling for position. Phaser has already made his way up into 13th with Wayne G giving Gary, I couldn't call him Gary Smith, it could be anything, couldn't it? Sorry, Mr. Smith. Giving Mr. Smith the hurry up, with Phaser trying to do the same to Wayne G, and then Sid in 10th. Oh, Daddy Dims has gone. Where's he gone? There he is. Daddy Dims slam into that barrier. Let's have a look and see what's happened. Was he pushed? Was he helped, shall we say, into the barrier? A quick look behind as well. He's actually glued to that barrier, isn't he? He's got Carlsberg in 9th. There's a bit of a scrape alongside Willard, and well, not quite sure what happened there. He did try to exchange a bit of paint with Willard, but I don't think Willard actually caused that. So yeah, an unusual one for Daddy Dims. Oh, well, now then, was it a disconnect? Why has that done that? We've lost another one. We have lost one more. Who is it we have lost this time? They're down to 14. Usually when the screen goes like that, it means we've lost somebody. So Grahamid's still out in front. We'll go down the grid and we'll see if we can find out who it is that we've actually lost. Grahamid is still in the lead then. Rufus has made his way up into 2nd with Taff just behind him in 3rd. Then we've got the same. Rossi in 5th. Then Willard, Stealth, Carlsberg, Sid in 9th. G Smith in 10th. Hoggy 11th. Wayne G 12th. Phaser 13th. And Pete in 14th. So is it... I think it's Daddy Dims, isn't it, that's gone? Yeah, poor old Daddy Dims. He must have had a bit of a disconnect, so we're now down to 14. Maybe just got injured after that slam into the barrier and has had to retire. So we've got a safety car, why not? Then we're going to ease back on the safety cars actually, so that we didn't have so many, because if you've watched previous races it seemed like we were having a safety car every half lap. So they've eased off a little bit, and it's not been too bad this week, has it? As they all like to line up. Now they're doing it in true NASCAR style, side by side, bumper to bumper, 2 wide. So I'm sure as we get on the exit of this corner, then Grahamid is going to give the go, go, go. Yeah, there we go. If you look at the speedo in the middle of the screen at the bottom there, it is shooting up. So Grahamid has said go. Taff has said thank you very much, and has swung into the lead, taking the inside line. So Taff now moves up into P1 with Willard just behind him in second. Grahamid now into third, but being challenged by Colesberg. Colesberg on the inside as they come up towards turn 1. He's got Rufus just behind him. 3 wide into the turn they go as Rufus gets a big slam into the barrier. Oh, and somebody else has gone. Somebody else is spinning out now then. Who is it? Was it Colesberg? No, it wasn't Colesberg. Come on, get down here. We'll see who it was. Well, whoever it was has managed to get going. Apologies, I missed it. It may have been the Saint actually, but somebody took a real good slam into the barrier. And now that's left the Saint, Pete and Rufus at the back, the 3 of them trying to catch up. The Saint just leading this little trio as they try and, as I say, catch up to the rest of the grid. If Pete and Rufus are sensible, they'll work with him to get themselves caught up. Yeah, there we go. Pete just giving him a little bit of a nudge. Rufus needs to catch up to the back of Pete as well. Back up to the top, and we've got another race leader in the shape of Hoggy. So Hoggy now takes over the lead of this race with Smith just behind him. Smith has got the inside line. He's got Taft just behind him, ready to give him a little bit of a nudge if he needs it. Willard in 4th. He's picking up the slipstream just behind Taft and G. Smith, as Smith now just rolls around the inside to take the lead. So it is Smith leading Taff and Hoggy. Hoggy in 3rd with Willard just behind him in 4th as Taff and Hoggy go side by side. They're trying to have a look, aren't they, at getting alongside Smith, and it is now 3 wide as we come down towards the start-finish line. It is 3 wide. Can Willard find a gap and make it 4? Well, it's just opened up as Smith moves up behind Taff to pick up the slipstream. I thought Willard was going to try and take advantage there, but doesn't. It is Taff with his nose just in front of Hoggy. Taff is having to go high and wide as Hoggy gets that inside line. Smith in 3rd with Willard just tucked up behind Taff, I think it is. No, he's tucked up behind Hoggy as Taff now takes the lead, and it is Smith that goes and takes the wide line all the way around the outside. Grahamid in 5th. He needs a good race out of this one, doesn't he, having finished last in the first race. Not quite sure what happened to Grahamid, but he did end up all the way at the back. So he'll be looking to improve on that. Then we've got Colesberg in 6th. Excuse me. Wayne G in 7th. Not really seen a lot of Wayne G, have we? Normally up there battling for a podium position, but got sort of bogged down in the middle of the pack in race 1, and same's happening here. There is just no room to manoeuvre, and Wayne G likes to get up front and lead these races, but he's got quite a fight on his hands, hasn't he? As we jump on board with Wayne G. He's just behind Grahamid, having a bit of a look into the boot of Grahamid's Mustang. Up now then, he's got the inside line. It's just opened up for him, hasn't it? So Wayne G's going to stay on the inside. We've got, who's that? That's Grahamid and Willard just to the right of us, so it's now almost 3 wide. Oh, and who's that? That's Rossi just sailing on through in the slipstream of Grahamid there. That's how powerful it is. It looked like Wayne G was going backwards, didn't it? A quick look behind us, Colesberg there in 7th. Wayne G hugging that inside line as we go through turn 1. Onto the back straight now then, it's all getting a bit touchy-feely up front as people try and break the slipstream in, but nothing doing there. There's just too many cars there, isn't there? Let's leave Wayne alone and see what's happening up at the front then, shall we? It's Hoggy at the minute out in the lead. Only just though, we've got Taff alongside him and Smith desperately looking for a bit of a way through. There is a slight gap there as Smith dives to the inside just on the exit of turn 3, and Smith now moves up into P2. I thought he was going to try and give Hoggy a little bit of a nudge then, but no, he's decided to go alongside of him. Taff having a bit of a look. He's going to go around the outside, Taff. There's no room there. Oh, and Smith scrapes the barrier, and that's cost him. That's knocked him down to third, maybe even fourth if Taff can take full advantage. Mistake there from Smith, slamming into the barrier, scraped it. Managed to keep the car facing the right way at least, but that has cost him. He was in the lead, wasn't he? He's now down into fourth as Hoggy takes over the lead of this race. It really is all about staying out of trouble. Rossi in second then. Not a great race for him in race one, but so he'll be looking to make up some points in this one, the same as Grahamid will. Taff in third, then Smith, then Wayne G. Wayne G now starting to make a bit of progress as we come up to the 8.5 minute mark. Wayne G again trying to stay out of trouble, but once you're in the middle of that pack, it's very hard to avoid it. It really is elbows out. But Wayne G opting for that inside line, doesn't really want to get involved in the tussle, does he? With everybody, Willard slotting in behind him in seventh. Rufus in ninth, Stealth down in 10th, so Stealth must have had a bit of an issue as well at some point. He's got the Saint for company, the Saint just creeping onto the back of Stealth. And a bit of a gap actually between, let's have a look, it's between Rufus and Willard. There is a bit of a gap. Now Rufus can actually see the guys ahead of him, but I think he's just out of the slipstream, so if the boost is on, then that's going to help him catch up. If it's not, then he's got a bit of a fight on his hands, hasn't he? He needs the guys behind him to catch up. He needs Stealth and the Saint to catch up and use the bump drafting and the slipstreaming to try and help them catch up to the rest of the pack. Let's have a go. Oh, Phaser down in 12th. Not really got into this race, has he? Started at the back and, well, he's still pretty much there and thereabouts, isn't he? Race one winner, Phaser. All the way down in 12th, and a big old gap between himself and the Saint in 11th. Then we've got Sid down in 13th with Pete in 14th. So these guys pretty much racing themselves. Up at the top though, it is still Hoggy as we cross the 10-minute mark. So if it's right, we've got 5 minutes left of this second race. Hoggy and Rossi both trying desperately to get away from Taff and the rest of the grid. Taff has got a mirror full of Smith as Smith dives to the inside and looking at making the move on Taff and gets the job done. G. Smith moves up into third. Taff has to slot in behind him to pick up the slipstreaming. We have about 4.5 minutes to go, so the positions are in now don't really mean anything. As we've seen in previous races, you can be 7th or 8th and still win. So the slipstreaming is still very, very important into this race. As I say, I got a note saying something about that ease back with the boost, just to make it less chaotic. But it is all about the slipstreaming then. And bump drafting, I don't mind them doing it. I think they should. There is a bit of a rule in the URL. I think it's mainly for the Sunday races, when you're in the Sunday league races, that we don't do the old bump drafting. But I think it needs to be done in these races. That's what NASCAR's all about, isn't it? As Wayne G tries to make his way through the grid again, he's now down in 6th. He's just getting bogged down in the middle, isn't he, Wayne G? He needs to change them wheels. He usually runs red wheels, but he's gone for this lime greeny, yellowy, whatever colour it is. It's like catset, really, doesn't it? But Wayne's gone for that colour, and I don't think it's brought him much luck as he finds himself right in the thick of it. As it all gets a little bit touchy-feely between Grahamid and Willard. I think Grahamid is out there on the outside, Willard just on the inside, so still side by side for these two, with Wayne G trying to, well, he's trying to find a gap, isn't there, but there isn't one, so he's just going to have to sort of follow through whoever is in front of him. And at the minute, it is, well, it was Grahamid, Wayne G going very high and wide through that turn, and he's now dropped down to 8th. Grahamid up into 5th. We've got Taff making a move on Smith, is now moving up into 3rd, so Smith drops down to 4th. out in front it is still Hoggy and Rossi, and they've started to just open up a bit of a gap, these two. So Hoggy and Rossi, I'm not sure if they're working together or it's just how it's worked out, but they have definitely opened up a little bit of a gap between themselves and the guys chasing them. It is Taff leading this this little pack now of what, 4 or 5 cars or something. Taff in third. The battle is really taking place at the back between Smith, Carlsberg and Grahamid at the minute. Let's go on board with Carlsberg. Not really much to see, just the backside of Smith. And if we look in the mirror, all we can see is the front bumper of Grahamid. So not a lot of things to look at really for Carlsberg. But again, I thought he was just doing a little bit of bump drafting there, but decided to make the move and pulled alongside Taff there. And well, both of Taff got absolutely mogged there, didn't he? Carlsberg and Smith. One round the outside, one round the inside, and Taff was just a complete sitting duck as Smith and Carlsberg go through. Grahamid follows them through as well, so Taff now down into 6th, but now has fought back. He's now fighting back. He's on the high line as they go into turn 2. It is 3 wide with Carlsberg and Grahamid. Have they sorted themselves out? No, they haven't. They are still elbows out, trying to find a bit of room. It looks like Wayne G is in there as well. He's having a bit of a sniff around there, see if he can find a gap. We're at 14 minutes, so we are into the last minute of this race. If it's a 15-minute race, they don't tell me anything, you know. They tell me what it's going to be at the beginning of the season and then change it halfway through and then change it again. So it's all guesswork, but that's how we like it, isn't it? So let's have a look at that clock, shall we? As Hoggy leads Rossi through turn 1. This will be their last lap with 30 seconds to go. Let's have a look at the fastest lap, shall we? 49.7 is Pete. So quick laps, aren't they? What are we on, lap 17? As I say, this will be the final lap. We have about 15 seconds to go. So back up to the front, it is Hoggy leading Rossi, and the gap is there. Rossi, if he's going to do anything, he needs to hurry up and do it, but I think he's left it too late. I don't think Rossi is going to get close enough to Hoggy. Oh, and they're going to do another lap. Oh, as Smith goes through to 3rd, Grahamid 4th, Willard 5th, Taff, Carlsberg, Rufus, then Fazer, Wayne G, the Saint, Stealth in 12th, Pete will cross in 13th with Sid in 14th, and Hoggy and Rossi still fighting as Rossi makes a move on Hoggy. Let's just go back and see that, shall we, because this is going to be the fight for the win. What am I doing? I'm pressing all these buttons. Hoggy's out in front, and look at Rossi. There's just a big old gap there, isn't he? But he gets a fantastic exit out of turn 1, which puts him right onto the rear end of Hoggy, and he slingshots his way through. So Rossi now takes up the lead with Hoggy dropping down to 2nd, but this race is not over yet. We've got 2 more corners to go. Excuse me, as Rossi leads Hoggy. Hoggy having a right good sniff around the rear end of Rossi. Now side by side, the dash is on for the finish line. Rossi has got the advantage, he's got the inside line as they come out of that final turn. It is a race to the finish line. Hoggy has managed to get himself in front and looks like he's going to take the win, and there's the flag. Hoggy gets it from Rossi. What a great finish to race 2. Wow. Well, I'm looking forward to race 3 already. I hope you are. Come back and join me. Go and get yourself a drink. Go and get yourself your favourite snack, because this is going to be a good race.